Hi and welcome to How to Use CAD. For today's tutorial we're going to take a look at one of our garage conversion projects. On this occasion our client wanted to convert his double garage into a gym with indoor swim spa, and we were happy to help him. The lesson is intended to demonstrate how even the humblest garage can be converted to form desirable additions to any home. So this project was actually a new build home. It was about 6 months old. The clients had moved in. They got a nice double garage to the side. So here you go. That's your main house. A few cars parked in the drive here, and obviously the house comes up. It's a big square house. This is the entrance here. But we didn't need to draw the house, so the idea was to target the garden area plus the actual garage. So they had a double garage here on the side, and they were looking to make it more amenable, or to make better use of it, because they didn't necessarily feel that they were going to use up the garages as such. So here you go. In fact, there was a couple of Bentleys parked in the front of this particular property, which are quite lovely. Yeah, side entrance to the house. Garage was set back a little, and really good sized garden. Bit boring, but because everything is new and everything is built like in grid fashion. Yeah, like loads and loads of new houses. So I'm not a particular. I'm not a great fan of the new builds, but obviously they're necessary. And but if you've spent most of your life like me on working on Victorian properties and period properties in London, then I guess you get a taste for it. So right, double garage, nothing much to see there. A couple of doors at the front. So this is what we ended up with. First off, kept the door to the side. That's fine. House is there. So what was lacking on the house was, it had been finished off, but not completely finished. Meaning there was a little tiny patio about 2 foot wide, something you could walk up and down on here. But there was nothing there. No patio. It was just grass to grass. The cheap way of finishing everything off. So, in my view, for modern living, if you're going to entertain and make better use of the garden space and so on, you need a decent sized patio. So, I think if I check it, what are we looking at? Yeah, we're looking at about 3.5-4 meters here of patio now. That's what I'm representing here now. Given the way the property looked, I wasn't interested so much in landscaping the patio and putting in plants and so on. That wasn't my brief. My brief was to provide a functional gym, and downstairs loo, shower room, and a swim spa. So what we ended up with was basically we closed up the 2 doors to the front, put a new door into the side here, so that if you just wanted a quick entrance into the garage for something, that's what you did. So it's a single door. You come out of the house, single door into the garage. Lovely. On busier days where maybe there's more family and so on, you can have sliding doors here. Now the sliding doors, not necessary for access, but definitely necessary for light. And that's why they're there, rather than having one big long expanse of glazed units, which structurally going to have serious costs, etc. We reduced it a bit by putting a bit of wall in the middle and getting some sliding doors, so it will help with costs. So if you have a look, and like any gym, you need a shower room, so there's a nice walk-in shower there, pretty standard loo and basin. No other bits. So you've got a weight area. I was instructed to provide a weight area. Of course, you got a treadmill. You got a rowing machine. You got a pedal jobby. So you've got a few machines, obviously, and they're not necessarily going to have these machines, but whatever machines, they've got space enough for 3 or 4 there, if they allocate it. So the swim spa, he wanted a 5-meter swim spa, and this is a 6-meter swim spa. And I mean, if you've never used a swim spa, I love the idea, which of course is that you can actually get them in motion and then swim in them, and that water is going to push you back, and so you can swim away. And so there must be a great way of exercising on the spot. Let's have a look at the pictures. So here you are. You can use it. Use a small one for having fun with your mates and sit around and have the water, blasting you all over the place. Here, proper swim spa. Again, 2-part. I guess this is a sit-in area. Might be even not a sauna, but a little pool. What do you call those little hot pools? Could be. Then a swim spa here. But again, let's have a look. This one I kind of like best, but they seem to have a seating area in most of them. On the larger ones, they have a seating area, but it's the same water, so I guess it's in here you swim against the flow of the water. And of course you can have them like here, surface, sitting on your patio or sitting on the floor. And here you have them sunk in, and again the same here. This one's been sunk into a patio, which is looking really nice. So it's all a question of how much you want to spend on the installation. So on this particular one, which is dead boring really, and as in diagram and picture, but this can be sunk in. And again, or it can be raised, so it's up to the client how much money they want to spend. Incidentally, a 5-meter swim spa as a guide is about £20,000, and if you want to, by the time you sink it in, it's going to add to the money, etc. Then the kind of flooring finish here, so we don't emphasize that. We're just exploring concept, design-wise, generally what you would get in. It's not aimed at giving you the entire finish. It's basically giving you a layout, which we were looking at, because it was a question of planning application here, and we would do a planning application on it because of the heights and so on. It would be necessary because you're doubling up your garage space, so certainly a planning application. So as you can see, we took the new walls in from the boundary, just a touch, and gave a nice big wide 5-meter opening, bifold doors, sliding doors, door to the garden. So it's a simple project, but it's, as I say, a double garage. And again, now what they do, it's never going to be great unless you spend loads of money, meaning the roof is not going to be insulated, so you're going to have to insulate the roof properly. You're going to have to, you see what we've done here, to fill in all because they're single skin garages with a couple of piers here and there to keep them up. So what we did was fill in with block. This is generally what would be done, and then you'd have an insulated plasterboard dabbed onto the inside, and that would be about 50 mil. So block to fill in the gaps, and then insulated plasterboard 50 mil all the way around. Now on the ceiling, you would have to kind of take out whatever you can, watch the structure, but then you'd need to get insulation into the roof space to make it reasonably habitable. But don't forget, this is a concrete slab. It doesn't have insulation in it. So if you really wanted to do a really good job to make this habitable, then you'd be digging out the floor and getting it insulated, getting some insulation in, or putting on the floor heating in, and then putting a 70 mil screed on top. So it's just ways of doing it. But if you want to make it really habitable, you have to spend some money, because at the end of the day it's a cheap garage build with some concrete tiles and single skin walls and a couple of aluminium doors. That's what you've got. But you can convert it into a habitable building, and you bring something like this forward, bring this here forward to there, and then you create an entrance here if you wanted to. But the client was interested in gym and swim spa, so that was basically what he asked for, and that's what he got. He was quite happy with that. And I think he spent about £70,000 in total on re-landscaping the garden, etc., and getting the whole project done. And there you go. So £70,000 double garage conversion into a very attractive part of the home, which no doubt added considerable value to the house. So it's win-win-win for the client. Okay, so hopefully the introduction to this particular project will help you to, on future projects where you're visiting clients and they've got garages or detached garages and they're looking to make use of them. So hopefully this feeds the imagination as to what is possible and what can be achieved. Just get creative and offer up suggestions to your client. We're doing another one at the moment, which is a games room. We're doing another one again, which is going to be a nanny quarters. So there's endless amount of ways you can utilize the space and turn it into fabulous living space. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial. Hopefully you got some value from it. So see you on the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.